for Audacity to open.
Oh, fuck. Well, we're live now.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
My backup recordings have not been great recently either, so. But we'll make this work.
We always do, my friend.
We try hard.
And my friend.
All right. All right. 7. No 7.
No.
278. This week on the Media Virus Podcast, Chuck died years ago. Just recently got tired of our shit and laid down. Cornhole champion accused of first-degree murder, but he claimed he was unarmed and unlegged. In Philadelphia, a delivery robot was beaten, vandalized, and humiliated, and lasted less time than a Cowboys fan in a bar fight.
Starring Matty Rockdef, the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, PhD, the ever-enchanting Miss Riki Rockdef, Big Daddy Stanley McFadden, Grease Monkey Pete, Staff Writer Bill, Rex Cooter Moore, and the rest are here on Matty Rockdef's TMVP News.
Yeah, you're muted too, dude.
I didn't even.
You want a mulligan?
All right.
I'll read it again. You want a mulligan?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right, let me back up the prompter. We're good.
All right.
All right. You want me to like fake it and pretend this? Hey, 7. Oh, no, not a 7. It's 278, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Media Virus Podcast. We're going to get started, get underway, start this A block off right this time. All right. This week on the Media Virus Podcast, Chuck Norris died years ago. Just recently got tired of our shit and laid down. Cornhole champion accused of first-degree murder, but he claimed he was unarmed and unlegged. In Philadelphia, a delivery robot was beaten, vandalized, and humiliated, and lasted less time than a Cowboys fan in a bar fight.
The Media Virus Podcast. Starring Matty Rockdef, the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, PhD, the ever-enchanting Miss Riki Rockdef, Big Daddy Stanley McFadden, Grease Monkey Pete, Staff Writer Bill, Rex Cooter Moore, and the rest are here on Matty Rockdef's TMVP News.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week?
Do we?
I am your host, Matty Rockdef, the Mattiest of all Rockdefs, and living proof that if you have a microphone and zero shame, nobody can actually stop you. I'm joined by my handlers, the people who had every chance to stage an intervention over the last 7 years, but chose to enable the madness instead. Leading the charge is our segment producer, Riki Rockdef, my incredible, beautiful, unbelievably hot wife. She is the only thing keeping this show on the rails and helping her steer this. How you doing, babe?
I'm fine, thanks.
What you doing?
You want to get through this, is what I think.
I'm asking for a lifeline.
Hey there.
You could maybe talk into the.
Oh, talk into the
You don't have to
microphone?
scream into it, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was playing my game on my phone.
Right. We're doing a show.
Hold on. So real quick, I was talking to somebody and I told them to listen to they said what's your life? And so we're getting to know each other. And I said, I have a podcast, and she listened to it. And she said, you have such a sexy voice.
You do. Is she hitting on you?
I agree.
No, because she's my family, actually.
Oh, good.
And so that's just like a fun thing that we got a little listener, a little follower, a little subscriber.
Stepmoms does, right?
Oh yeah.
Not this.
No.
Hey,
Nobody knows you sit in what?
Oh no. We announced it on the show, on the pod.
Oh, that's right.
You definitely have a very easy to listen to voice.
Yes.
Am I the new Delilah?
I don't know if I go that route. I mean, while your voice is sexy, that's not all that's there.
Well, that's all that I need there, though. So
you just have a very you have a very pleasing voice on mic.
That is crazy because
We both agree. It's not just me.
It's just something I've never heard before.
And you wouldn't. Most people despise this sound of their own voice.
I mean, I don't listen. I don't despise it.
No, I mean in recording.
I don't think that I've had such trained ears. The person that I'm talking with listens to a lot of audiobooks, and some of the narrators she loves so much that she just reads the books that they narrate. In some cases, and so obviously, that's a trained ear, and you guys are trained ears, so you guys must be right.
That's right.
If a woman said it,
that's and steering, all right. Well, helping her steer this sinking ship into the rocks is our executive producer, the esteemed Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, PhD. How you doing, man? Good
evening. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm making it.
Okay, a man whose credentials are as stable as the current housing market. I like that. And we're streaming live from our delightfully demented corner of the web, where news gets a spin cycle, humor walks a tightrope, and your hosts are, shall we say, uniquely qualified. Consider this your safe space for the unsayable, the unhinged, and the potentially contagious. Whether you're seeking anarchy, a chuckle in the face of doom, you've simply hit rock bottom. Welcome to Media Virus Podcast. Let's point, let's laugh, let's grab some popcorn. The world's burning around us. Before we get into the ridiculousness that we have planned for the nonsense of A block, coming up in the B block of the Media Virus Podcast will be Colin Chapman. You might know him as at Hypno, the mastermind behind the Hypnosis is amazing show. But while I'm setting up I went stupid.
Mike, say words.
What are you setting up?
Well, what I'm setting up is
here we go.
Is two things: our little memorial to Chuck Norris, but we also have these Legends Oreo
snacks,
stuff of Legends, and I guess this is part 2 in a 4 edition series of color changing cream, and we're excited about that. So let me just here we go.
Let him just.
You know what I gotta just do.
Really
the Grim
don't.
Reaper just met Chuck Norris, and now goes by former Grim Reaper. Chuck Norris just visited the afterlife. Now heaven and hell are negotiating terms of surrender. Chuck Norris's obituary reads, back in 5 minutes. Chuck Norris's funeral's been canceled. For everybody else's safety, hell just froze over as a tactic to stay out of Chuck Norris's way. Chuck Norris met Jesus. Jesus said, peace be with you. Chuck said, wishful thinking. God greeted Chuck Norris with reverence, just to be safe. Miracles happen by God's will, pending Chuck's approval. Eternity just asked Chuck Norris how long he plans to stay. The halo doesn't float over Chuck Norris's head. Gravity just knows better. Heaven has a no fighting rule, except for Chuck Norris, which are listed under acts of God. The Grim Reaper just met Chuck.
All right, so before we get into the Chuck Norris thing, we have
the Chuck Norris of it all.
The Chuck Norris of it all. We've got these Oreo Legends we're gonna go from one legend to another. And it's like a bluish. It's like a bluish cream, but there's like a dot of regular cream on the inside.
Okay.
All right. The Oreos. Okay, so one side is printed like a standard Oreo. The decorative Oreo logo.
It's a standard Oreo dark half
logo, right? And then this one is imprinted with I don't know if you can Iron Man.
I don't know who this one is.
Let me see.
How does it change color?
I don't know. I just put it in my mouth.
Oh. It tastes reggy deggy.
I have no fucking clue who that is.
I know. It looks like friggin' Cousin Skeeter.
I'm Daryl. I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. Whatever.
Okay, so the outside of the Oreo cream is blue, and the inside is white, but when your saliva touches the blue, it turns into a lighter cerulean blue.
Oh. Okay.
You know, sometimes things get darker when they're wet.
Right.
It's a little bit different than that.
Okay.
All right.
No, cause see, on the edge.
Okay. Okay. I'm with you.
All right.
That's fun.
It was an Oreo.
It does have like a chemically taste.
As Oreos.
I
From
can't
the
imagine-
icing.
Can't imagine that it doesn't.
No, because I have like this aversion to red icing because it tastes weird,
Yes.
and it reminds me of that.
Red
Yeah.
dye is really my favorite flavor.
Oh,
Eat it up.
That awful
40?
bitter. That,
It's so good.
Ugh.
But ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to honor a man, a legend, a myth, a being so powerful that death itself had to file a restraining order. Chuck Norris. Or at least that's what they want you to think.
Oh.
All right, because let me explain something. Chuck Norris didn't die. Death just finally worked up the courage to introduce itself. You don't lose Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris misplaces you. All right. Doctors didn't pronounce him dead. He politely allowed them to be wrong. Okay.
oh,
I know.
there are 32 cookies on here.
I know. Wait, so he's not dead? Oh, no. No. He's just he's just doing what he's done. He's going undercover. You think this man spent decades roundhouse kicking terrorists, ghosts, and bad acting in Texas Walker, Texas Ranger
I love that show.
just to go out like the rest of us? Absolutely not. This man who once threw a grenade and killed 50 people, and then it exploded. A man who can divide by zero and somehow get more zero. A man who doesn't do push-ups, he pushes the earth down because it looked at him funny.
So what you're saying is
I'm saying this obituary is fake news. I'm saying somewhere right now, Chuck Norris is in a cabin off-grid teaching Bigfoot how to fight taxes.
What, Tupac?
That's right. But in all seriousness, if this were real, we wouldn't mourn Chuck Norris. We would thank Chuck Norris for teaching us that roundhouse kicks solve 90% of your problems, and the other 10% aren't worth solving. Rest in peace. No, rest in fear. Because if Chuck is gone, whatever took him is coming for the rest of us.
Oh, like old age. Ooh.
You mean like his 80s?
Look, it's blue.
Oh, wow. It turned
Oh,
really...
now my fingers are blue.
Now your fingers are blue. It's exciting. You can give this to children and make a bigger mess than you normally would.
Right.
I think, Matty, are your teeth blue?
Are they?
No, I thought I was seeing a little blue.
They'd probably be green because they were yellow to start with.
Oh.
All right. Well, from a man who physically could not be killed to a story that makes you question how anything works anymore. A professional cornhole player.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Oh, I know. It was on
Okay.
Jersey Shore.
We are a serious news organization that is real. A professional cornhole player is now facing murder charges in a case that is, and I cannot stress this enough, logistically confusing.
Meet Dayton James Webber. He's 27 years old, a quadruple amputee, and
That's particularly impressive.
and somehow still managed to become a top-level athlete in the American Cornhole League.
Right? Jesus. Have you heard about this guy?
Never.
Oh,
No, legitimately, this guy lost all 4 limbs as an infant due to a bacterial infection and still went on to win state titles and compete at the highest level of competitive beanbag tossing.
Mm.
It's the kind of story that usually ends with a Disney movie and a standing ovation. Instead, it ends with murder charges.
Ooh.
Murder.
Murder.
Authorities say Webber is accused of shooting and killing 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells during an argument inside a car back in March of 2024 in La Plata, Maryland. Let me repeat that.
Oh, Maryland.
Inside a car during an argument followed by a shooting.
Well, whose hands?
I think her question is how.
This is exactly why this story has gone completely viral. Because after the incident, he allegedly fled the state
How?
and was eventually arrested at a hospital in Charlottesville.
He went and hid the body too. By himself. They know this because there was 2 other people in the fucking car and they would not help him.
Now, here's where the internet collectively short-circuited. People aren't just reacting to the crime. They're trying to figure out the mechanics. How was he driving? How did the altercation escalate? How did the weapon get used?
I mean, I think we're all, I feel like we're all thinking it, but I mean, I bet the victim was just pissing himself laughing the whole time. I mean, not for nothing. Imagine watching that guy drive. He was already holding back, and I bet that's probably what the fight was about. Then he pulled out a gun to scare the guy, while he's driving to scare him, and he just busts out fucking laughing, and it got out of hand.
I mean, to be fair, when you're dating the fucking pillowcase boy driving the car.
I don't know if he was dating him, but it was,
No, his name, it's Dayton.
Oh,
Stupid.
I mean,
I don't know why it tickled me to do that.
well, his name Dayton, I was kind of thinking about that, and there's probably a good reason why they named him that,
Okay.
It's because, I mean, they couldn't name him Bob.
I mean, they could have.
I mean, if he was in a pool, you could name him Bob. If he was hanging on a wall, you could call him Art.
Art. Yeah.
If you were lying in front of your front door, you could call him Matt. In a pile of leaves, he'd be Russell. In a hot tub, he'd be Stu. Water skiing, they could call him Skip. In a hole, he'd be Doug.
Doug.
If he was in the ocean, it'd be Bowie. If he were laying on the grill, you'd call him Frank. In a mailbox,
Where the fuck did I get lost?
you could call him Bill.
Are you on a different list?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scrolling. That motherfucker. What
And
did you
finally,
do to me?
if he was in your spice rack, you could call him Herb.
Oh my.
Or Herb.
Herb.
At the beach, he could be Sandy.
Yeah.
While we were talking, it never dawned on me to go through that list before 3 seconds before we go to air.
Right.
So I type in, give me every possible scenario to a guy with no arms and no legs in a scenario joke. And he's like, oh yeah, here you go.
So,
Well,
we're not going to turn this into some disrespectful breakdown of how.
Right.
Because here's the reality.
We don't want to be disrespectful.
However it happened, law enforcement says it did.
Just because law enforcement says it did, that means it happened.
But
go ahead.
The notes here say tone shift. So go ahead, dude.
Right. But now we've got this wild collision of narratives. On one side, there's an inspirational athlete who overcame unimaginable odds to become a champion. And on the other side, a man accused of some very real, very serious crimes. Both scenarios, I'm sure, were fascinating to watch. But it's the kind of story that makes everyone deeply uncomfortable for many reasons, because it doesn't fit into a neat little boy. He fits into a neat little box, but this narrative doesn't fit into a neat little box. And also, I hate to say this, but somewhere out there's a Hollywood producer frantically typing. He goes, okay, all right, what if Oscar bait, okay, but also a crime thriller, but also cornhole. Okay, we got a guy with no arms and no legs. Go ahead.
Cornhole, The Reckoning.
Starring Chuck Norris as the only man who can explain how this happened.
Need a break from all the fake, filtered nonsense? Good, so do we. Head over to standardassholes.com and dive into the Standard Assholes podcast, where the takes are hot, the jokes hit harder, and absolutely nothing is off limits. It's loud, it's wrong, and it's exactly what your week's been missing. The Standard Assholes podcast, because somebody's got to say it.
That's absolutely true. Somebody does have to say it. But this this next part here was supposed to come out of the last joke. So guys, remember the last joke?
Okay.
Okay. And speaking of things that absolutely should not be out in public, let's go to Philadelphia.
Oh, I have Philadelphia news too.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Well, the future has officially arrived and immediately got its ass kicked. Uber has started rolling out these little delivery robots, basically coolers on wheels, through Center City. They're supposed to bring you food, avoid traffic, save money. You know, the future. But Philly said absolutely not. Within a week of launching, one of those little robots was kicked, jumped on, graffitied, and at one point violated in ways I cannot legally describe on the show.
And they're trying to give us fucking robot teachers. Oh, right.
Right? There's a video of crowds surrounding this thing like it owed them money. Somebody wrote "destroy me" on it. And the robot just kept going. Yeah, your order will arrive in 3 minutes. Please stop humping me.
Oh, wow.
And let me go ahead and share this.
That's wild, man. You've got images.
Yeah.
So these things are part of a new Uber Eats rollout.
Oh, I've seen these in other videos, but they did it in Philly.
Yeah, these things, they're part of a new Uber Eats rollout. They're about 3 feet tall, move around 5 miles an hour, and carry food for short trips around the city.
Oh my goodness!
Look at this fucking thing. I would kick the shit out of that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You would mind your business.
I would kick it right in its eye. Yeah, catch a ride, dude. Fuck this thing. Oh, what the fuck?
I wonder.
You know what this thing did? This thing took $4 out of some Arab guy's pocket. All right, and that's where the problem is. That this is just it's just a money grab.
Yeah,
we didn't have to pay anybody to get this shit. So this is what happens, especially in Philadelphia. I'm surprised it hasn't been run over on purpose.
At Wonder, they have drones.
I would shoot the fucking thing out of the sky.
In other Philadelphia news,
Oh, good.
author B.K. Borison is trending on Threads.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so she is a New York Times best-selling author. She's a rom-com writer. We love her. She wrote a book. And it takes place in Baltimore. And it's called And Now Back to You. In the book, she says
She loves the Media Virus podcast.
she does not say that.
Oh,
There's a one of the characters refers to a sub from Wawa.
Oh.
And the internet is tripping because it's a hoagie from it's on their menu.
It's Hoagie Fest, not Sub
Right.
Fest, you bitch.
It says
All right.
she says on Threads, I live in Baltimore. The book takes place in Baltimore. No one in Baltimore is calling it a hoagie. So good night. And then she also has the meme of
Everybody go to your Wawa in Baltimore. The next time Hoagie Fest turns around, take a picture of fucking Hoagie Fest and fucking send it to her. And it's a hoagie.
Dude, take it easy.
So she puts the meme of Ben Affleck standing behind the door outside smoking a cigarette with his eyes closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, me trying to explain to people that a fictional character would never refer to a sub as a hoagie, even if Wawa does in fact call it a hoagie on their menu, because she is from Baltimore and no one in Baltimore calls it a hoagie.
And she's right.
I mean, our next guest is from Virginia, so we're going to get to the bottom of this.
And so now there are newspapers reaching out to her for comments.
She's gotten more fucking press out of calling it a sub
Yes.
than the actual quality of her writing. Like, we don't know if she even writes any. Like,
Well, we do know that she writes good because everybody's talking about this book. Rom-com author caught heat for using phrase Wawa sub in her new book, and now she's defending it. Wawa has commented on several of her posts on Threads that they want to send her some stuff. So I love the internet. I love Threads. Threads is where funny people go to hang out.
Okay.
it's Threads then.
Mm-hmm.
So I should stop hanging out on Facebook.
Yeah, the only people that are there are like our parents.
We run the whole show out of Facebook.
Well, you are parents.
I know.
Yes, has entered the green room.
He absolutely has. It's
That means I can leave. Bye.
well, hang on, let's bring him in. Say hi. Hey, Colin, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You sound
Good to see you guys.
my friend.
Sound great.
All right, so
Well, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having. By the way, Matty, how did you find me? Just out of curiosity.
all right. Well,
I like to ask all my stalkers.
just so you know,
about
Colin,
that.
what we're doing right now is we're kind of winding down the first part of the show, and then your interview is going to be a completely different show when we post the audio.
Okay, right.
So I can put this right now, so it won't be in your show. It'll be at the end of the other one. Basically, I found this new like booking site called talks.co.
Yes.
And they want money, and I don't want to spend money. But I saw your profile, and I said, I bet you that guy wants to go onto a podcast. And I copied and pasted your information into Gemini and said, find this guy for me. And then I got down to your email address, and I reached out to you.
Sweet.
That's exactly what happened.
You are on the internet if Gemini knows about you.
All right, so don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we're bringing on a guy who can literally get inside your head. He's a hypnotist, a comedian, and a self-proclaimed canceled chaos agent. He's the canceled chaos agent behind the Hypnosis is Amazing show. And there's a very real chance someone on the panel is about to lose control of their own brain on live air. So, yeah, if you've ever wanted to watch us make terrible decisions in real time, stick around. Colin Chapman is coming up next. All right, Mike, how you doing?
Not doing too bad.
You want to run the out thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna run the out thing.
Word.
Which out thing are we doing tonight?
Which I don't know.
The regular one? All right.
The regular one, yeah.
I'm gonna run the out thing. You put up the thank you. I'm gonna run and check on my wife. I'll be right back.
You got it.
This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46 Voice. That's 302-46 Voice. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46 Voice today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Riki Rockdef as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Matty Rockdef, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.
Mike, you back already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, you want to get started?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let's get the screen tidied up.
Take that off. Oh, we got to take this. There we go. Get rid of that. All right. And there it is.
It's the media virus spreading all around. We're a pack of morons stuck here on the ground. They feed us the lies while we just stand by, drowning in the noise as the truth walks by. It's the media virus taking control.
All right, the next guest tonight is a hypnotist, but not the kind your aunt saw at the county fair and still talks about like it was a religious experience. This guy has been called unhinged, irreverent, and my personal favorite is, please stop tagging us in this, by at least 3 professional organizations and 1 very confused TikTok moderator. He's the mastermind behind the Hypnosis is Amazing show, a viral chaos agent known for blending real-deal clinical hypnosis with comedy that rides the line between genius and we might get a call from legal. You've seen him online as at haha hypno. You've seen him roasting the NFL like a deranged sideline coach, and somehow he's still allowed to perform in public. Ladies and gentlemen, hide your free will and lock up your inhibitions. Please welcome Colin Chapman. How you doing, Colin? Welcome to Media Virus.
Good. Thank you guys for inviting me on. And when I read your pre-show information, you guys were like, look, if you're one of those easily offended HR Karens, you're not tall enough to go on this ride. And so I know, okay, these are my people right here. Let's go.
Yeah, fantastic, man. So, tell us a little bit about, about what you got going on. Tell us just a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to our audience. And
so I'm going to start off a little bit serious.
Right.
I started doing hypnosis professionally on the clinical side in 2011. And then over the years, I started talking about a lot of things that I wanted to do, but not doing anything about them. One of them was moving over to the entertainment side of hypnosis. I was talking about it. Then one night in April of 2019, a drunk driver blew through a red light.
Oh my God.
I was literally within inches and fractions of a second of not being here. As it worked out, I ended up with a traumatic brain injury. My cognitive function was down at 35% of what it was beforehand. They told me I was looking at anywhere from 10 years to all eternity to recover. At which point I still had enough going on that I looked at the doctor. I said, "You're fired." And she's like, "You can't fire me. I'm your doctor." I said, "Pretty sure I just did."
Yeah.
And I walked out and she was going off. And I have a wife who is a total badass. And she helped me put together a whole new medical team. And then I went to work. And I got 100% clean bill of health in 6 months. And
Good
I
on
came
you, bro.
look, I'm blessed. It doesn't work out like that for everybody. Okay. I am truly blessed that things work out the way they did for me.
Brain injury is a crazy thing, man.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. And I came out of that experience with, first off, the understanding that I am not guaranteed to see the sun come up tomorrow morning.
Right.
And so guess what? I'm done acting like I'm guaranteed to. So I'm going to live today like I'm not going to fucking see it come up in the morning. Okay. The other thing was I made a decision that all this stuff in life I've been talking like a big man about doing. I had two choices. I could either go out and do it, or I could shut the fuck up about it. Either approach was perfectly fine.
Right.
And the number one on my list was doing entertainment hypnosis. And so in 2019, at the end of the year, I did my first show. And I've now done 218 shows. I've got 10 on the books for this year already.
Good stuff.
And it's and every morning when my feet hit the floor, the first thing I do is I've created a habit, and that's one of the things that hypnosis does. Is it's great for creating and replacing habits. I ask myself the question, what am I going to do to help somebody laugh today?
I like that.
And it's like, and I don't know about the world you guys live in. I can tell you what I see is we all need to laugh more.
Every day.
So if I can help more people do that, then that's a good thing. And I still do the clinical stuff. However, going full on into the comedy, stand-up comedy hypnosis side of things, it's like that's what I'm all about.
It's a fun space. Matty and I have a personal friend that is has a comedy hypnosis act, and it's an interesting space. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Who is that?
Marshall Manlove.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know exactly who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually all met through him. His
Okay.
entire, I poached his entire podcast staff.
Uh-huh.
He stopped doing it, but like, and I was like, hey, you guys want to come work for me? And they're like,
Yeah.
we got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, it actually says this here, and because I saw you use a lot of AI.
Yes, I do.
You use AI to help you remember you like put it into song to help you remember your stand up.
Yes.
Is what
Yes. So look, it's like I write a lot, and I write more than I can memorize, like I could when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
However, you play music enough times,
Mm-hmm.
you know that stuff.
Yep.
I work on a joke, and I can very quickly spin up an hour long plus playlist that is using the exact words that I've written. I'm not writing it lyrically, okay, but I'm doing it for memorization purposes.
Right.
And I'm driving around Richmond, Virginia, just cranking this over and over, and then I just magically sort of get it.
Yeah, I mean, we were just having so we actually do a couple of different shows, Colin.
Mhm.
We do the Media Virus podcast, and we also we used to do that in 3 sections where we have friends come in the last section, and it gets kind of not safe for work.
Mm-hmm.
And so we call that one Standard Assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And we invite people onto the Media Virus podcast first, warm them up, and then if you want to join us on Standard Assholes, you're more than welcome, but it's a little bit different.
I'm an exceptionally asshole type of person.
Yeah, no, we're
so
pretty good at it. We're pretty good at it ourselves.
Okay.
And we were just having the discussion last week that, and I had been partaking in a good amount of cannabis,
Mm-hmm.
and the song Kyle's Mom's a Bitch came up,
Uh-huh.
and I know the lyrics to Kyle's Mom's a Bitch, and I
Forward
started
and backward.
and I started singing them, and Mike got very upset because he doesn't want to know the lyrics to Kyle's Mom's a Bitch. And I was wrong. Hang on, I was wrong because I said it was Kyle's mom's a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a big fat bitch. She really is a bitch. She's a bitch to all the boys and girls. What the lyrics are Kyle's mom's a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a big fat bitch if there ever was a bitch. See, that's where I got it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a bitch to all the boys and girls. On Monday, she's a bitch. Tuesday's a bitch.
So
He's just looking at me with hatred in his little heart.
I have an issue with song lyrics.
What's the point we're making, though?
See, I sing along all the time, and my wife would say, "How do you even? Where did that come from? Like, how did that song get into your head? Where did that ever come from?"
Mm-hmm.
And I became self-conscious of it for a little bit, and I was like, if all that's getting in there,
Right.
Yep.
what am I missing out on? So there's certain things that I just refuse to let in with any. Yeah, I
Like I
actively
was
block anything.
early money on "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Uh-huh.
I was like, this song is about fucking date rape, for fuck's sake. What's in this drink? Like since I was like 20, I'm like, this song is fucked. I can't believe you play this during Christmas. That one in in the summertime. I don't know what the song is, but in the summertime. If her daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If her daddy's poor, do whatever the fuck you want with her, because it doesn't matter, because she's a whore. Is that the words? It might be different.
No, do what you feel, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's how I interpreted them.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that still works.
Let's get back to the guest. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. No, this is fun.
But because we know a little bit, very little, about hypnotism, how it works, because we've, had this friend for a long time.
Sure.
So let's clear some things up. Are people actually under your control, or are they just really committed to the bit? Like, do you?
So here's what I say. First off, anyone who wants to be hypnotized can be hypnotized by a person they want to hypnotize them. Okay, so if you don't like me, you might really want to be hypnotized, but if you don't trust me, it ain't going to happen if I'm the one that's doing it. Okay. Anyone who wants to resist being hypnotized will successfully resist. One of the things I explain in my show is that the only people who can't be hypnotized are those with a below average level of intelligence, which means
See, Marshall says the same shit. All right.
And what that means is that if you are now or have ever run for Congress of the United States, you better not fucking volunteer on my show, because I ain't letting your ass up here. All right. So, it ain't going to happen because you ain't going under.
Funny story, Colin. One night I went to a show with Marshall kind of as a shill, because you want to have somebody that you can put down on the panel sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up, and it was for a police officers event for some police officers group. You can't hypnotize them.
Oh yeah, you can. You just got to speak their language.
Yeah, and that was the issue, that like they were too suspect of anything going on. They couldn't. They couldn't let go to it.
One of the things that when I've worked with law enforcement before is I break down to them, listen, I'm really good at hypnotizing people, but you folks hypnotize way more people than I do. You guys are awesome at it. Because let me tell you, every time you run into somebody who has not been living a life of crime and isn't used to getting arrested, soon as you whip those cuffs out, those people are in a state of trance and they start showing signs of what we call hypnotic phenomenon. Okay. And so it's like, and when you're under, the only suggestions you're going to accept are the ones you want to accept. So as an entertainer, my job is to be smart about it and give them suggestions that they want to accept. Not,
you've got to read it.
Right. It's like, I've got to use good judgment. Early on, I made a mistake of doing something that a lot of hypnotists do. I no longer do this routine. I had this person forget the number 2. And then I had her count her fingers. So it was supposed to be 1, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I've done this a bunch of times, always worked.
Yep.
This time it didn't. And there was nothing I could do. Found out afterwards, and this was a corporate event, she was the company comptroller. And so what was in her head, she told me later, it's like, if I can't count, they're going to fire me. I'm going to lose my job. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. When I am doing things clinically, I got to make sure that whatever change they want, I am giving them something that they really want, not what I think is good for them. And so the easiest part of my job clinically is actually doing the hypnosis piece. I work the hardest when I'm asking good questions. Like, for instance, it's like, Mike, you've come to me because you've told me you want to break free of your cross-dressing. Now,
you're not going to be nearly as hot if you're not cross-dressing, Mike, and we might have to break up.
Yeah, it's like now, as we've been talking about this, you just spent the last 40 minutes telling me how much you absolutely love cross-dressing.
I mean,
are you sure that that's what you're really here for?
I like the freedom of
are you going to be happier if we focus on hypnotizing you to really love yourself just the way you are? And that's an actual case I had.
I mean, that seems like a better road to me anyway.
I mean, I thought you were like helping people like quit smoking and shit, but you're
my focus of my clinical practice is help people out with sleep, stress, smoking, pain, and performance. Now, some of those things have pretty broad blast radius, such as stress. That can be performance in bed, that can be cross-dressing, that can be talking to women. It can be all kinds of things. Performance is everything from public speaking to hitting a baseball.
There you go. Now, you kind of lean into being the canceled hypnotist.
Yes, absolutely.
What did you do that made other hypnotists go full HR on you?
So there are a couple notable ones. The big one was I put out a meme that depicted an individual in Afghanistan holding a surface to air missile, and I put out a meme. Was
the individual an Afghani local?
Yes, he was an Afghani local
holding an anti-aircraft missile.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
I did a meme.
All right.
About that, and there was The International Stage Hypnotist Association decided it was a brilliant idea that this tiny organization has a director of DEI. And so she files a complaint against me for that one.
Okay.
But before that can work its way all the way through, I post another meme of an Arab American member of Congress. I don't remember which one it is, what her name is. And when the president of Israel was speaking there, she is holding up a panel that says genocide. And in my meme, I wrote, "My wife when I fart in bed." And so I end up with 2 ethic complaints for being.
Now, what was the caption of the first with the
So the first one was really a
gentleman who was holding an anti-aircraft missile instead of fucking a goat?
no, it wasn't. It was actually an
you're throwing both at the
inside
same time?
joke.
Oh,
It was an inside joke about one hypnotist who hated another hypnotist so much that when this guy was flying into this conference, that this other hypnotist was going to be waiting there with this missile like this. Okay. I mean, it was an inside joke. Okay. Which is like, and so ultimately I couldn't be part of that organization anymore. One of the things a lot of people think is that, okay, improv is all about comedy. Well, what improv in the US, especially with CSE Sports, has become about being as woke as possible, not comedy. And so I did a show at CSE Sports. I had a 3-show deal with them. And I do this joke about how my wife and I have been married for over 2 decades now. And everybody goes, "Aw." I go, "You say that because you don't know me." My friends look at me and they say, half of all marriages in divorce. How did you make it for so long? It's like, look, here's the deal. Back when I was single, I made an important life decision. I knew that I was a total train wreck. I wasn't going to get women to go out with me, let alone have a long-term relationship with me, unless I did this one thing. So what I did is I started only going after women who showed real signs of serious mental health challenges. So what's the secret to me being married for now almost 26 years? That bitch is batshit crazy. That's what it is. That happened to have been at the time my wife's favorite joke that I had written up to that point.
I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
Okay.
If she's married to you and you wrote that joke, that's a brilliant joke.
And so the show was on a Saturday. Monday, I get an email saying, based on the nature of your show, we are terminating our agreement with you going forward. Please do not even come here in the future as an audience member. It's like, what did I do? And so finally I had somebody tell me, well, it was this joke. We would be willing to accept it if you were to make a public apology to your wife for your misogynistic joke, and to also apologize and perhaps make a donation to a mental health charity. And I go, so let me get this straight. You're asking me to apologize to my wife for her favorite joke I've ever done. It's like, why, yes. It's like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I promise that I will only do that joke even harder now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should probably add, because they like women, or in the psychiatric ward, they hand you the socks.
Mm-hmm.
and the common known rhyme is grippy socks, grippy box. You know what I mean? So you might, if you want to toss that in there, it might. I feel like it's a little too crass for you. I mean, after setting up the interview, we connected on Facebook, and I went through your stuff, and I'm like, you're not crass. You're funny. You push a line, but it's not vulgar. It's not.
So that's interesting that you bring that up. It's like, for the most part, it's like I'll do a lot of fart humor, but I don't go in the direction of.
That's why.
Absolutely. I've got a routine in my show where, and the bones of the routine are not original, where you have volunteers reacting to farts that never happen. But see, I do mine a little bit different. I have half of my volunteers thinking that the person next to them did it, and the other half thinking every time they hear that fart sound effect, they think that they're the ones who did it. They're proud of it, and they realize it is the funniest sound they've ever heard. And so, because in my world, the comedy is in the conflict, and you got these people going it's like, I had this one high school show, a high school post-graduation show at 3 a.m, which I'm supposed to keep those clean. And this young cheerleader, this tiny cheerleader sitting right next to the center of the football team, this guy who was a mountain, she's like, listen to me, you fat motherfucker. You rip one more of those fucking farts, I'm going to rip your balls right off. And this was supposed to be a clean show. And I'm sitting there.
Yeah, I've noticed that women are way more vicious. You know what I mean? Real quick to violence. Here's has TikTok ever looked at your content and gone, we don't even have a rule for this, just take it down?
Yes. Yes. So one of the videos that I don't know if you had a chance to look at, I sent you a bunch of my shorts.
You want to take a look at some of them now?
Yeah. Pull up the one that says how to hypnotize someone in 3 easy steps. 4, 5.
Hang tight. I'm going to share it.
Sleep, drifting down.
I'm gonna start
dropping
over.
Down. 4, 5. Sleep, drifting down, dropping down.
Here's how to hypnotize someone in just seconds. 3 simple steps.
4, 5.
Step 1, get their focus.
Sleep,
Step 2 is surprise with the word sleep.
drifting down, dropping down.
Step 3, you just disrupt their equilibrium and they go sleepy night-night.
4, 5. Sleep, drifting down, dropping down.
So what, did you like smack him in the head? Is that how you disrupt equilibrium?
No. So I pull him forward.
Step 1, get their focus.
I kind of like a pinball machine with one hand,
with the word
and I'm pulling it.
Drifting down, dropping down.
Yeah.
In that particular case, I wasn't expecting him to drop that straight down.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to come towards me.
Yeah, he didn't stiffen up at all. He just melted.
Yeah. So that slap you hear, everybody on YouTube thinks I cold cocked it. All right.
It kind of looks like that, dude.
Which it's like, you know what? That's fine. If 750,000 people want to watch it because they think that I'm actually beating up large black men.
Right. That's what I mean. Either way, you win, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So
that smacks when you catch him, isn't it?
Yeah, the smack is when I catch him.
Him catching him, yeah, but it's still
yeah. And so I like to say I drop bodies like it's a drive-by in my show. There are a lot of hypnotists who thinks, oh my God, you can't drop people like that. It's like, look, the audience loves it. So guess what? I work for them, not you. So one of my colleagues reported this video to TikTok, and that's when they sent me the message saying, yeah, you got to take, it's like, we're not going to show this to anybody else.
It sucks, dude, because like you look, first of all, it's a great shot. Second of all, you look fantastic. That shirt is the shit.
Yeah.
That shirt. All right, you look fantastic, and then you're about to, and he does. You can see he goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
So, that's
and the version of that induction that I'm doing now is even more badass.
You can dress that up to make it fun.
Yeah, I use what I'm doing now is called the off switch, where I'm holding their hand and then I go like this right here, and with their hand I do it kind of like a pinball machine, and just go sleep, and it's like, and the key is how you set it up where that they're open to the experience. And the benefit of doing that type of an induction is that individual goes down very deep, very fast.
Yeah.
And the audience at that point is watching it and they're like, holy cow.
And you can even set them aside and let them bake for a minute while you do something with somebody else.
Right.
And that's a benefit to everybody, because now you've impressed the audience because you just turned him off and set him aside.
Yes. And all my other volunteers already know that, okay, this dude ain't here to play. This is real.
Right.
And
he's deepening the whole time.
Exactly. And I love showing people the power of hypnosis and just how that it's like, this is life-changing. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and say that hypnosis is what cured my TBI, but here's what it did do. I didn't want to get out of bed anymore. I was ready to give up because I knew that me without a brain served no purpose. Okay. And so, but what hypnosis allowed me to do is allow me to stay in the fight.
That's fantastic.
And that right there is honestly probably the only reason why I'm even here at all, because I was in a dark space. It's like staying in the fight and having a wife who, it's like, I would not have stayed with me if I was her.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was all in there for me. And I have never felt so loved as I have by someone before.
It's
amazing.
That is, yeah. I'm left kind of speechless. I don't, we don't usually have folks open up so readily. Thank you. But I'm sorry, kind of touched. Not in uncle kind of way, but
so one of the videos that I sent you is one, and I don't remember the title of it, something like what would it be like to be hypnotized or something like that, and it kind of walks you through in 30 seconds what's really going on in my show. And this is one of those high school middle of the night shows.
Okay. I've seen my fair share of footage of those, so
yeah. Hang on.
Okay. One over.
Shake my hand. That's right.
Stars in the shows. You guys go back, sit down.
Okay. One over.
All right, so to narrate what's going on, you're just
So
a montage.
so that's so there's one part it doesn't really show that I'm doing. So when I first come up, I do a short bit of stand up, and I use that stand up to break down for people what hypnosis really is instead of what Hollywood has hypnotized them to think it is.
Correct.
A lot of hypnotists do this boring, what they call pre-talk about, the power of the mind and what's against your moral code and all this boring stuff that nobody cares about. I'm using stand-up to show them how we're getting hypnotized all the time, and this is just one more piece of that. Then I break down for people why it is they want to volunteer. My volunteers come up. I confirm that they want me to hypnotize them. I hypnotize those folks, and then I start giving them hilarious suggestions. And so that's showing me hypnotizing a bunch of people, and they're laying on top of each other because they're that far under, and then they're reacting to each other doing some pretty funny things. A lot of hypnotists tend to do a lot of group routines. Most of my routines are focused on 1 to 3 people at a time to really focus in on the individuals and make those individuals the stars.
Yeah, and I mean that only makes sense because when you have a panel of 12, you might have 4 that are great, you might have 8 that are great, but you've got to play to the strength of wherever you are.
Exactly. And I'm doing things at the very beginning, figuring out, okay, who are my rock stars? One of the things I've learned is I have to make sure that if somebody has smoked a certain plant before the show, that's cool, no problem. If somebody has eaten that plant before the show, I'm going to ask that you not volunteer.
Yeah,
because you folks will ragdoll on me. And everything you're going to show me up until the part that you become basically
mush.
Raggedy Ann, I'm convinced that you are under deep because you're showing me all the signs.
Yeah.
And then I give you the most basic suggestion, and then you're just staring at me.
Completely
at best, you might start to giggle at me. And it's like, oh, yeah, you had an edible, didn't you?
Completely checked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different buzz when you eat it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude, I popped into Botana Organic after therapy today.
Yeah.
And I got this. I wanted to go to Planet Fitness and work out,
Mm-hmm.
And so I got this 100 milligram drink.
Right.
The drink hits you fast, dude. It hits you fast. I was in the middle of my routine. I'm like, oh shit, that's something to be shared with a friend.
Ill-advised.
So what about alcohol? Who's better to hypnotize it? Someone stoned or someone drunk?
So in both cases, it's like there comes a point of diminishing returns.
Okay.
I have had to send volunteers off where I can see in their eyes, this lady isn't just drunk. She's one of these angry drunks.
Oh, they're fun. Yeah.
And I need to get her off of there.
You can see it start to boil under there. Yeah.
Because it's like, the thing is that my show is, from a comedy perspective, basically a crowd work show. The big difference is I'm getting my crowd, literally, they only need 2 steps before they Will Smith me. Okay. Security ain't getting there in time. Okay. Right. It's like, and so I have had to watch for the signs that somebody might be ready to start throwing some hands.
Yeah. And, I mean, what you're doing is it's dangerous work. People don't realize it could, because you're stepping into a territory where you you know what you know, but you don't know what they know, which is the
Exactly.
problem, because you're not manipulating, but their brain is creating the reality that they're experiencing.
Mhm.
And you can only manipulate that so far from the outside to maintain everybody's safety.
Right. And however precise I am with my language, that I don't have any idea how they are interpreting that precise language.
Right. You can never be precise enough.
Right.
Because if the person, usually the person you're talking to is incredibly fucking stupid, and then they don't. No, wait. Sorry.
Those are the people you're talking to.
Those are the people I'm talking to. I forgot. Go ahead.
So this wasn't my show. This is a friend's show. And it's like, do you guys like competing? And they're like, yeah. Valentin's like, well, we're going to have a competition. The competition is race. Now, what she meant was it was going to be a horse race.
Whoops.
What got heard was not that. Was not that at all. And it's like, yeah, but it's like, but even little things like how I give the suggestion to people that that Mike, you work for SpaceX as Elon Musk's one and only Martian language interpreter, and Matty, you are from Mars. You only speak Martian. You only understand Martian. Fortunately, we've got Mike here, and he's going to be able to translate for us so you can deliver your message to the rest of us. And it's how I set up what speaking Martian is. It's something that my volunteers and my audience have had to teach me to do so it is most effective. And I can't, because if I just say you're going to speak Martian, it's like that can mean anything.
Now, do you when you mentioned before that hypnosis is what is helping you immensely, right? It's
absolutely.
Now, do you hypnotize yourself?
Yes.
Now, is that something that you do? Is that something that you do, or do you like? What I mean is, do you like record it somehow and then play it back to yourself so that it's, or do you just kind of do your own focus thing?
So basically, what I will do is I will focus my eyes like this, start taking deep cleansing breaths, close my eyes, and then I'll start to picture that out in front of me is the number 10 just floating out there. I continue to focus on it as it just drops down, goes lower and lower, just like that. And when it goes all the way down to the ground, it disappears. I open my eyes, I close my eyes, and then I see the number 9 doing the same thing. I'm usually under by time I get to 6.
Oh.
Okay. It's like
when you say under, do you mean like asleep or?
So hypnotists use the term sleep, but it's not really sleep. Okay. I am hypnotized, hearing things around me. If you asked me to do something that I didn't want to do, I would be able to say no. You asked me to do something I did want to do, I could go ahead and do that. It's kind of like you're in that state in the morning when you've hit the snooze alarm. You're not all the way out, you're not all the way under, okay? But you're high. It's a state of very high levels of focus. It's an altered state of consciousness, much like what it's a lot of things are similar to cannabis in terms of what the experience is. It's very relaxing. It feels awesome. And the big thing is it is great for self-control and doing what it is you really want to do.
I'm a hypnotism junkie. I'll get hypnotized any chance I get because
I'm a cannabis junkie.
Because I love that last suggestion right before somebody goes 3, 2, 1 and snaps their fingers. You're going to open your eyes and you're going to feel better than you've ever felt.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of realized that I hypnotize myself every week before the show.
It's a great space to be in.
Because I'll do like a meditation, like a guided meditation. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like
there are absolutely similarities between meditation and hypnosis. Hypnosis tends to be much more intentional than meditation is. Mm-hmm. You can get to a deeper state of consciousness with hypnosis. However, you can still get into some pretty wildly altered states with meditation with enough experience.
Yeah. Now, do people ever like come out of it and go, why am I holding a shoe and crying? Are they confused when they come out of it, or do they like kind of just realize they know everything that do they remember the shit, or?
So that is absolutely a your mileage may vary kind of thing. Oh, okay. When I'm working with people clinically, I actually give them the suggestion that they will remember everything. I have learned that I have to do that. Why? Because Hollywood hypnotized everybody to think if you get hypnotized, you're going to forget everything. So they accept Hollywood.
Like a chicken.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I will give my volunteers that everything, usually it'll be just 1, 2, or 3 volunteers. I'll give this suggestion. Say, you are going to remember to forget and forget to remember everything that happened on the stage tonight until you walk off the stage, or usually it's until you leave the building. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I had given that suggestion to one of my volunteers, and I think her real name was Rhonda. And
help me, Rhonda.
And I gave her the name during the show, Karen, because she was was giving her suggestion to do Karen-like things during the show. Okay. And she was an absolute rock star. Okay. And so after the show, I hear her yelling at her fiance, "Who the fuck is this Rhonda bitch you keep calling me? Are you fucking on the side?"
That's fantastic.
That's great.
That is absolutely fantastic.
At which point I'm like, and that, my friends, is an awesome day at the office.
That's right.
Right.
So, all right, man, where can, are your events like more public? Are they more private events? People hire you for an event, or do you have any like live shows where people can just come fucking see you?
So most of my shows right now are private shows. The venues I was working with to do 4-wall shows, which I love doing, they're no longer with us, which kind of sucks. So I'm in the process of figuring out, okay, where can I go next? And it's like, and I've got a whole new strategy on that, in terms of here locally. And so yeah, but most of the shows I do, I'm brought in high school, college, corporate event, military. 4th of July, I'm doing a show at a campground to celebrate the 250th anniversary
of our great nation. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I think Mike did too, had the honor of being born on our bicentennial.
Yep.
Okay.
Not on the day, but in the year that we
Yeah.
celebrated it. So we will be celebrating our 50th.
Yeah.
I will in 3 months. My father's going to celebrate his 95th birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
He wants to make it to, he told me, I want to make it to my 95th birthday. I'm like, why? He's because my mother died at 94 and my sister died at 94 and I want to beat him.
He wants to win.
He wants to win. That's all we're living for at this point is to beat his mother and sister.
Respect for that. Absolute
Don't do it, dude, because he's one of the spiteful old goats you've ever met in your life.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere anybody can come catch you out anytime soon, or how do they get a hold of you?
So on pretty much all the social media platforms, I'm at Haha Hypno. Facebook is a little bit different, but that's because it's Facebook, and just search for Colin Chapman Hypnotist. It's easy to track me down. You found me relatively easy. I've made a point of being one of the easiest people to track down. But at Haha Hypno on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, all those places.
Like I mentioned to you, we've embraced AI. AI gives us a crew.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
We have
absolutely
people that we manage, and we've given them names and backstories and all that. Anyway, that's not important right now. But I was very thank you for the respect that you've given us with getting us back. We do appreciate your availability, because what I do is I kind of take the Gemini profile, stick it into ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT we have named Bite Reynolds, and he is the chief disinformation officer of the Media Virus podcast. So he's our boss, and. But when I said, "Hey, I need an invitation to come on the show," its suggestion was, "Do you want me to write a follow-up? Because when he goes to you for 48 hours, like they always do." And I was like, "Hey, fuck you, man! my AI talks shit to me."
Yeah.
So we do I appreciate you coming on the show. Hey, listen, man, we'd love to have you on. Come on, Standard Assholes. That starts at 10 o'clock. If you'd like, I'll send you an invitation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going to make sure I still got enough water to keep me going here. And,
absolutely. Well, we take, we're going to be winding this down and then starting back up at 10, and I'm going to shoot you a completely separate invitation. Okay. All right.
Cool. And here, let me just give, since we're talking AI, here's one of the really cool things that I've been doing with AI. When I'm working on something I really care about, and a specific example is I'm writing a new stand-up joke, I don't just go to one AI.
No.
I get Chat GPT and Grok working collaboratively together.
That's what we
on
do too.
That joke.
Yep.
And it's and they play nice with each other,
but
they come at things with different strengths, and I can't just rely on one or the other. I need both.
We go as far as to tell them we're doing that.
Oh, I do too. It's like I'm copying. Here's what Kat said. Here's what Brock said.
Yep.
Let me set it up for them the way that they'll actually set text up for them the way that they read it better. It's in Standard Assholes, one of the things that we've done is we've brought Suno music. Like, we'll think of a song that we want to hear. We want, I'm a former musician. I was in bands for 20 years till it broke me. One of the reasons I do this is I had a bunch of equipment that I could figure out how to make, record a podcast. So it just kind of came, that's the old punk joke. You go if you're in a punk band in your 20s, in your 40s, you'll have a podcast. And
so we started making songs, just writing, because I decided last week that Delaware, we're all sitting in Delaware. I was listening to California Lover by Tupac and Dre, and I was like, Delaware needs a hip hop anthem, and we wrote one in a 90s hip hop style. So what we do is we kind of pick a genre and then play stupid songs. So we got a whole bunch of dumb songs to play.
Yeah, pull up my Afro Man song.
That's the first link in the thing, right?
I don't know which one it is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
We looked at it last night for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other shit.
Well, why don't we play out on his Afro Man link? Or on
I'm looking. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so we can play out on that, and
we did a whole thing on the Afro Man.
Oh yeah,
because I wanted it. We try to really stay away from politics as much as possible, but when the First Amendment is at risk in any point, we are fucking screaming.
Exactly.
So we're gonna play out, and then I'll shoot you a link, and then we're gonna regather.
Okay, we'll see you in a few then.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
7 white cops roll up on 1 black rapper. We know how that story ends, right? Taser, handcuff, ambulance. But the rapper was Afro Man. So instead we got cops on YouTube in tears. Free speech West. Fuck your raid. West, watch them fall. Free speech West. Fuck your raid. August 2022, Adams County, Ohio. Some white chick named Tasha snitching her way out of felony charges, feeding detective Newland the drama saga. It's an Afro Man dealing drugs, kidnapping women, dungeon in his basement, bruh. Man don't even have a motherfucking basement. That's Harry Potter on meth, straight up. Crackhead Zillow, CSI Narnia, pure fiction, no cap. SWAT team storms and hunting Escobar, high risk raid, full tactical trap. When they find no trafficking, no kidnap women, no dungeon. Facts, just a little weed, 5 grand cash, a lemon pound cake, his mama bags. Free speech West, yeah. Fuck your raid. Free speech West, light 'em up, watch them fall. Free speech West. $5,000 turn to 400 in the police report, clown math. That's not evidence handling, that's Blue's Clues for badge bitches laugh. Afro Man does what any real one would, grabs his own security cam, turns the beat into a greatest hits album. Lemon pound cake, fix my door while you touch my can. One deputy immortalizes Officer Pound Cake, I fucking pastry like an old child support. Now they don't sue cause they got shot or stabbed. Nah, they sue cause they feelings got hurt. That's not justice, that's only fans for bad cops with thin skin. Absurd, this track's in court, one deputy crime. Randy Walters grilled on doggy style with his wife. Word. Free speech West, yeah. Fuck your raid. I want free speech West. Light 'em up, watch them fall. Free speech West. It's too easy. Afro Man shows up every day in a full custom American flag suit, looking like the First Amendment got drunk at a 4th of July parade. Salute. They thought they was a rapper, ended up getting roasted alive in open court. Jury came back quick. Afro Man wins all counts. Case dismissed. We got high. Pound cake, loving camera, disconnected lion, math challenge clowns. Try to take down one black rapper and the whole world shut them down. All because they made the same mistake I made my whole life. No lie. They listen to a white chick. 7 white cops roll up on 1 black rapper. We know how that story ends, right?